And on this episode of course you have to cancel this movie, we have this from Covered Geekly. People think Young Avengers has been canceled by Marvel Studios. There is no reason why Disney, Marvel, has to remotely entertain this movie. They must know, they gotta know behind the scenes that this movie's gonna flop. There's no interest at all in any of these characters that they're trying to bring forth as the new heroes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Right here, we have a picture of the potential Young Avengers group. I'm not seeing an interest in any of them. We got the kids from WandaVision. I don't care. At no point of watching that show did I think, yes, I need to see more of these two little kids. I need to see their story going forward. I need to see who they're going to become later on. I just don't care. I know they're in the comic books. Is anyone listening right now? Can they tell me something positive about these two guys to make me think, yes, the future of Marvel is going to be great in their hands? I don't care. Then we got Pudgy Loki over here. I don't care about him. At no point of watching that show did I think, yes, I need to see his story of, oh, I killed Thor. That was my incursion event. I don't care, man. Over here we got Captain America lad or Shield kid or something like that. He was from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think he was like Isaiah Bradley's grandson or something like that. I don't care. If you're not a super soldier, you ain't Captain America to me. There's two Captain Americas, Steve Rogers and John Walker. Everything else is utterly irrelevant to me. Then we got Kate Bishop. You know what? I didn't hate the show that much. At no point of watching that show did I think, oh, yep, they've just killed Hawkeye. They're going to replace him with strong, independent, new Archer. I actually kind of liked her setup. Yeah, she was annoying a lot of the times, but I did like how they showed that she was in archery competitions in her studio apartment. It showed that she's training, so it looks like, okay, she's kind of good for a reason. She puts in the work. She's not Mary Sue, Rey Skywalker, where she's just born the greatest archer ever. Miss Marvel, no one cares. No one cares at all. I'll get to her movie later on, though, but then we have... Is her name Statue? That's what her name is in Marvel Strike Force. It's Ant-Man's daughter. I don't think she has a name in this universe yet, though, but Quantumania was not a good movie. Why did you replace the actress? No one knows, and she was just terrible. Had one of the worst lines in Marvel history. Ironheart... man, I'm gonna get killed for this one, but I keep saying over and over that we need to have the Ironheart show. I'm not saying it's gonna be good though. Not saying that at all. But Ned from Spider-Man is gonna go to the same school as Riri Williams. Ned is going to become the Hobgoblin later on. I've already said that many times on this channel. Ned is going to become the Hobgoblin and is going to get killed by Peter Parker sometime in the future. I think the next Spider-Man movie, he's going to become Black Suit Spider-Man, MJ's going to get killed, and Ned's going to build the suit and go out for revenge. So, we need to have this show first to get them in the same room so he can learn how to make his own suit from her. Other than that, no one cares about this character. Black Panther 2, she was not a stellar performance at all. At no point did I think, yes, this is the heir apparent to Iron Man. No. Get out of here. Then we got America Chavez. Obviously, she's going to become the greatest sorcerer of all time. She was in Kamute or whatever the Doctor Strange place is, and she was already learning how to open up portals, so, you know, she's just going to be the greatest sorceress of all time, and more importantly, I hated her character in the movie. There was nothing to that at all. I can't think of a single thing I liked about Multiverse of Madness, and nothing about America Chavez that made me say, yes, more of her. I need to see this story play out. So you got characters that no one cares about. You have 9 potential characters, and if they go with the Young Avengers movie, the cartoon movie that came out a couple years ago, they were being led by Vision. I guess it'll be White Vision in this. And you know what? That was a pretty damn good movie back then. If you ever get a chance to find that movie somewhere, it wasn't bad at all. It did a really great job of establishing these characters, show them that yes, they're learning from Vision, yes, they have a job to become the new Avengers, so it wasn't that terrible, but you can't do that now. No one cares about these characters at all. You made movies and shows that have become irrelevant, that became irrelevant as soon as they came out, and have bombed in the box office. Let's get into Miss Marvel for a second. I could understand why the movie The Marvels was made. On paper, it makes sense to do it. You had Captain Marvel come out, made $1 billion. Yes, I understand. It came out around that Infinity War Endgame when Marvel was at its absolute peak. I understand that. However, it made $1 billion. So the studio can say, hey, look, we made a ton of money from this movie. Let's keep it going. Brie Larson, somehow, unbeknownst to me, she was an Oscar-winning actress. What happened afterwards? She just decided, okay, well, I won my award. I just need to stop trying at this point, though. So at least on paper, leading up to the Marvels, you had a lot of things going for you. Now, Young Avengers, you got nothing. You got Haley Steinfeld and Amana Levana, whatever her name is, trying to lead this team, and no one cares about any of them. You cannot tell me that Miss Marvel is going to be the face of this franchise going forward, and they have been trying. They have been trying so hard to make Miss Marvel work. Remember a couple years ago when the Avengers game came out, and you could play as the Avengers? Like, wow, first time in a while you get to play as all these great characters, and then they decided, let's make Miss Marvel the main character. Why would you do that? The game was so bad, you can't even find it anymore. I don't think it's even on Steam at this point, though. It is gone from every game streaming place out there. So that was a big flop right there. Her TV show, lowest watched, lowest rated MCU show. No one cared about this character. No one liked her at all. No one identified as her. No one said, oh man, she's just like me. Movie comes out, hysterical flop. So right there off the bat, you got nothing. You essentially have one win in this entire group, and that's Ironheart. Because Black Panther 2, it might have made some money. From what I'm looking at here, it might have made $100 million, depending on how big the marketing budget was. I mean, I did not like Black Panther 2, because the plot of that movie was Chadwick Boseman is dead. If you haven't seen Black Panther 2, that's the movie. Every 5 seconds, they have to talk about that this guy died. Why he died, I don't know. He had some blood thing in the movie, and he died, and it's like Wakanda technology, where you could repair someone's spine by shoving balls into the hole. Like, you couldn't repair this dude's blood? Dumb idea. Awful, awful idea across the board. But hey, you know what? Movie made a little bit of money. So I guess that's going to be the lightning rod for, yes, we are going to push this character forward because everyone in the world loves her so much. So, even from a Marvel Studios standpoint, none of these characters on screen were remotely impactful. No one is ever saying, yes, that scene in Loki where Chubby Loki popped out. That was one of the best scenes in Marvel history. Wow, when that's conversation between Cassie and MODOK. Wow, that's cinematic gold right there. Hey, remember when America Chavez screamed ridiculously while punching Wanda in the face? That was pure everything. No one's saying that about any of these characters. They haven't had a single moment in any of their established IPs that made anyone say, yes, more of this is good. So yeah, in the end, I think this movie, it's saying dead on arrival. I'm tired of saying that phrase at this point, though. I really am. I gotta think of a new phrase to describe these things because that's what I'm saying about all of them. They're all bad across the board, and there is if this is the direction of Marvel Studios going forward, it's all dead. So who knows what's going to happen with this movie going forward? They should honestly just cancel it today. Cancel it today. Don't have a Marvel movie come out that year and just retool, figure it out, and go back to the things that people actually liked. But in the end, what do you guys think about that?